So this afternoon we're going to take a look at and wrap up my customer Dave's. It's a Dana 44 Scout front axle, and I've already done the rear axle for it. And so we're just going to look at the highlights on this. Just go around it real quick. So basically, this is a truck he's restoring, and he was worried about the condition of the inner, the inside of the axle. As you can see, he's got the exterior of them cleaned up, and I did the rear one already. It's also a Dana 44 rear axle. I don't think I did a video or like a wrap-up of that one, but we'll hit this one. They're essentially the same. So re-ran the gears. They're 307 gear. He's going to drive this around, so he didn't want to gear it down. So the ask was rebearing it and clean it up good, because he's put a lot of effort into rebuilding this Scout. So it was really scuzzy inside, like you can expect, and not picking on Dave Scout. At some point, all of these trucks and cars and stuff that we covet now, a lot of them were just an old car or a truck sitting somewhere, and they might not have been treated well, and maybe didn't have the oil changed ever in the axles and things like that. So, and that's one thing you run into doing this, and as time has moved forward, in the 80s, these were a 10-year-old truck. Now they're, close 50-year-old trucks. So, this is what the pinion yokes look like. They had etched the seals on both of them. That's the rear. One's the front, one's the rear. The exact same thing. Changed them both. That's the small end pinion bearing. That's the big end pinion bearing. Everything that came out of the inside of this looked like brown mud, and it smelled really bad. It was decomposed oil. I don't think the cover had been off of this thing in a long time when I opened it up. I don't know whether Dave had it open or not. Maybe he did. I'm not sure, but there was still quite a bit of material in there, and it was nasty. Deep scrubbing. I mean, scrub that thing. I could use it for a dinner plate. It's that clean, including the axle housing tubes. I have a series of really stiff wire wheels that I've turned down to fit these different tubes, because I encounter this a lot, and they're not a hone, but essentially they are. And you clean those tubes out, get this thing clean, which it is. All new bearings, reset the gears back where they were, the factory setup. That's the pattern. Looks real good, but old gears always show real good anyway, unless there's chunks missing. And these were clean. Most of the material had settled to the bottom. It had been static for a long time, and it shows because there was a line inside the axle housing across the bottom where the oil had just sat and etched. Let's see. All new seals, bearings, I said that. Axle joints, clean that up. I sandblasted the axles because they were scuzzy. I'd already cleaned the inside of the tubes. New rotors that I did trim them. And that and the brake drums survived. They had plenty of meat left, and the rotors didn't. So new brake rotors, and I also trimmed them, and these are running out like 24,000s, brand new. So, people say, you don't have to do that. Well, depends on how picky you are. If you want it to be right, then it has to be right. Those, if you're interested, it's around video 470 on my YouTube channel, so you got to look back a little bit. They didn't get a number, but they're in between 470 and 471, both the drums and the rotors. If you like brake lathe action, have at it. It's kind of cute. I kind of like it, so I always show it. All new wheel bearings, clean the spindles, clean. Everything in this thing is clean. Dave had done the paint work previously. Looks real good. He's got the backing plates, the dust shields here cleaned up. Basically, we're gonna look at this. He's also got these cool international badged hubs. I believe these originally were Selectro hubs, and he's gonna clean these up himself and run these on this axle, and that's just gonna be cool as hell. That deserves to be saved, the pair of them. So that's pretty much it. We'll just take a quick look at the back. Like I said, everything's new inside of this thing. So there it is, new pinion yoke. I got retainers for it. Like I said, 14-inch pounds of rotating tension on the pinion, all new Timken bearings. So we're going to say that's a win for Dave Scout, and we'll be getting it back to him.